applied tips from my last videos about how to land your first job on UpWork or UpWork profile tips, and you've been sending out proposals, but nothing seems to stick, and you are about to say, fuck this, I don't want to do this anymore.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Before you do that, in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to write effective UpWork proposals and cover letters that will help you land your first clients. The same strategies that I used and still use to this day to land clients for myself. So first things first, remember to keep it very brief and keep it personal. So a lot of people have a tendency to write this like super long, awful cover letters where they write their entire history, and they are very, and even though they spend so much time writing about themselves, they almost write nothing about the client, nothing that's relevant to the job. So remember to keep it, if you want to be on one side or another, and I never believe in extremes that, hey, two sentence proposal is better than 12 sentence. I wouldn't count it in sentences. Just when you write it, just try to filter out everything that's fluff, anything that's not relevant, that's not the most important things they should know. Just try to keep it succinct, but don't go overboard. Most freelancers that I see on UpWork either write these like long-winded proposals that just take forever to get to the point, and you still read them and it's like reading a CV. I mean, it doesn't give you anything if you are the client. And then there's the other extreme where they write like one short sentence that's usually a question of like, hey, you should hire me because I'm the best. So if I were you, I wouldn't be in any of those extremes. I would try somewhere in the middle, like 5-6 sentences, briefly state that you read what they wrote, that you understand their problem. This is in short why your experience is relevant, or maybe if you don't have experience, like why you will do the best job, and the next steps. And talking about next steps, actually my next point is that you should always end your proposal with a call to action. So giving them next steps. A lot of people make this mistakes, and a lot of freelancers on UpWork make this mistake that they write this, even great proposal or bad, never mind, but they end with just a statement. They write like, hey, feel free to let me know, or they don't even write any last words. And I think it's a big mistake, because when you apply, sales or marketing or persuasion principles, like what people want is to know what are the next steps.
What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead?
It's like, hey, I like what you wrote, I like your experience, so I think you could be good, but what's next? And then they have to think for you. So make the job easier for them and write what they should do. Like, hey, if you're interested, let's set up a call, or hey, or ask them a question, like a very simple question that they can answer, or something specific to the job that's really important for you to know. Just basically give them something that they will know how to act on once they read your proposal and they like it. Another thing, I would say that's like one of the most overlooked aspects, and I learned it only after a few months of being on the platform, is that actually what's more important than your proposal is how you answer the questions, the additional questions that some clients add to their posting. So not every client is going to add that, but if you are on UpWork for a while now, or you've even been recently, you can see that some of the jobs, they have some additional questions besides just besides the proposal that you need to submit. There's also some few questions, some generic, some not, that the client requires you to answer before you can apply. And what I learned some months ago is that actually when the client sees when he is filtering out the freelancers and he clicks on them, the number one thing he actually sees is your answer to those questions before he sees your proposal. So the way you answer those questions can be actually a lot more important than your proposal itself. So make sure to spend a bit of time answering each question in more detail, or writing something there that will make you stand out. And the last bonus tip is for you to try doing video proposals. What I mean by that is you can now use different tools like Loom or something else, when you can record yourself, for example, looking at their proposal and telling something about your experience. So basically doing the same thing you would do in a written form, but doing in the video form. And my recommendation there is to keep it very, very brief and experiment with different types of videos. But I would, in my experience, this has been one of the most effective ways to stand out, to make a video proposal. And it can be a mix of, writing something plus adding a video proposal, or just doing it by itself. But this is a strategy that I kind of encourage you guys to try out for yourself, because it might be that it's a lot more effective, even though it takes quite a bit more time to record those videos. So that's it from me today. And as usual, I have one last question for you guys. So have you ever done video proposals? Have you tried them? If so, what were the results? Let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.